Hi, this is Paul K. from Boutique Tutoring and College Counseling in Southern California. Today we're going to talk about a college confidential thread called Trying to Decide Between These Three Schools, Pre-Med Track. The original poster writes, "Hi everyone, after a long and stressful month of March, I have finally narrowed down my list of colleges to three, UCSD, UC Berkeley, and CMU, Carnegie Mellon. I'm very sure that I want to attend medical school, so my priorities are getting a high GPA in undergrad, getting research/volunteering, and saving money. I've been admitted to UCSD as a biochemistry and cell biology major, Berkeley as undeclared, and CMU as a biological sciences major. Financially, UCSD would be the cheapest because I would commute and wouldn't have to worry about housing and meal plan. The cost between the other two isn't too significant, about $10,000 a year, I think. That's actually a lot of money. In terms of rigor, competitiveness, research opportunities, etc., which of these schools would win? I understand that a pre-med track would be very competitive at any of these places. I'm willing to put in a lot of hard work. I would just like to know which school would be the smartest choice. Also, would going to UCSD give me a better shot at their medical school? I know that some medical schools tend to accept more of their own undergrads. Please give me any input. Thank you so much." Well, I was not a pre-med major, but I do know a lot of people in medical school. I'm very familiar with the applications process to medical school, and I know that there are a lot of ways into medical school. For instance, one of the med students that I know, she's actually doing her residency now at Northwestern, was an English major in college at Ohio State. So in terms of rigor, competitiveness, research opportunities, I think all three schools, UCSD, UC Berkeley, and CMU, will provide everything that you're looking for. And I know that you're looking to save money, so I think that UCSD fits you there. $10K per year differential between UC Berkeley and CMU. You don't even have to think about that. And as long as you do well at UCSD and you score well on your MCATs, you should have no problem going into a medical school. With regards to going to UCSD and getting a better shot at their medical school, that all comes down to your GPA, your MCAT scores, and how well you interview. A lot of people that try and get into medical school really focus on taking the MCAT. It's scored out of 45. You need 30 to get into an MD program in the United States. And to be honest, most people struggle to get there. If you score 30, you'll be happy to go anywhere in the United States for medical school. UCSD has one of the premier programs in the country. I would just focus on what you said, saving money and working hard and getting good grades. And you should get into medical school. One thing I should also point out is that the biggest thing about college is transitioning your lifestyle from that of high school to college, and you want that to be as smooth as possible. If you were to go to UC Berkeley or especially CMU, you're going to have to account for adjusting to a different type of lifestyle, living away from home, not having the support of your family, and also living for yourself. Those are big adjustments to make. If you go to CMU, you have to take into account the terrible, brutal winters of Pittsburgh, as well as the culture shock of living in Middle America as opposed to living in San Diego. Believe me, these are big adjustments. And for somebody with so much ambition like you, somebody who wants to go to medical school, something to consider is the relative stability of living at home or living close to home and making your transition from high school to college as smooth as possible so you don't have to worry about different outside factors like, do I need to put salt on the driveway because there's so much ice outside and I'm living in Pittsburgh? Or even just looking out into the sidewalk and looking at all the ice on the ground and worrying that, or even knowing that you're going to slip and fall before you go to class. The gray days, the snow, the ice, that's just stuff that you don't necessarily want to deal with, especially when you're doing such rigorous work on a pre-med track. That's why I would highly recommend you to look at the California schools. And given your priorities of saving money, working hard, I would highly recommend you look at UCSD, even if it's quote unquote less prestigious than Berkeley or Carnegie Mellon. If you truly want to be a doctor, San Diego is a fantastic program, really, really, really great for the types of things that you want to study. So really seriously consider San Diego. If not, I would say Berkeley and Carnegie Mellon third. If you feel really compelled to leave home, I would visit both Berkeley and Carnegie Mellon. But it seems like you have your priorities straight, and I would shoot for just getting great grades at San Diego. It's a great school, and you should be very, very happy there. My name is Paul K. with Boutique Tutoring and College Counseling in Southern California. And if you enjoyed the contents of this mini podcast, go ahead and click subscribe below, and we'll continue to record more of these mini podcasts.